I don't know about you, but for me, Christmas is always a time of peace, calmness, friendliness, full of brutal digital violence. Not often do you get the time to just jump over to your favorite game and shoot some people as you do during Christmas. No matter whether you do some local play with your family or play online with a bunch of random strangers. If that's something you'd like to consider doing during Christmas, here's the list of the best Christmas video games. Okay, let's start with an ancient gem. Back in the day, it was much easier to make video games. The teams were smaller, production was cheaper, and that's why the majority of Christmas-themed video games of quality comes from the 90s. I didn't want to have this list made up solely from games from the 90s, and let's face it, not all of you will have the patience to dig up your old Nintendo just to play the Home Alone game. But Duke is a classic, and a staple that just cannot go unmentioned. So to cut it up short, Duke Nukem Winter is a Christmas skin for the legendary Duke Nukem 3D. And sometimes, that's all that is needed. The Arkham series is a little Christmas miracle of the gaming world. Before it, nobody truly believed you could make a good superhero game, and if Rocksteady didn't come out with Arkham Asylum, we would think this to this very day. And while Origins is generally considered to be the weakest in the series, mostly because it was made by a different studio, the worst of Arkham is still a great game. And the atmosphere of Gotham during Christmas is more than worth experiencing. The SpiderMan game for the PlayStation takes huge inspiration from the Arkham games and managed well in twisting dark Gotham into a copy of New York. Considered by many to be the best game of 2018, it got a fantastic sequel in 2019 subtitled Miles Morales. Yeah, that's the deal. Peter Parker goes on holiday for Christmas and it's Miles' job to protect New York during Christmas. In many ways, it's even better than the original. And yes, before you ask, you get to wear the cool Spider-Verse outfit and get to experience the animated vibe of the movie. Okay, so you might want to experience New York during Christmas. But Spider-Man is way too optimistic for you. Don't worry, or perhaps do, because there's Tom Clancys The Division, Ubisoft's crown gem from 2016, in which New York is the first place to be hit by a mysterious pandemic of flu. Quarantine is in place, and you as a special agent are sent to Manhattan, where civilization is falling apart quicker than a snowman on fire. Yes, the second installment has been available for a long time now, but the first still does have this unforgettable atmosphere of cold, snow, Christmas lights, and hopelessness. It's great, and people are still active on its servers. Let's now get a bit more fun. I don't know how well versed you are with the Saints Row series that began as a GTA clone and just got crazy somewhere along the way. The third feels like if GTA went and smoked a big fat joint, and the fourth is GTA on LSD. Right off the bat, you become the President of the United States, get attacked by aliens, stuck in sort of a matrix. Well, it sounds insane, but it's just done with so much video game love and a gigantic dose of infantile humor. Nonetheless, one of the plot points is about saving Santa Claus, and that's all you need for Christmas. When it comes to games that aren't exactly about Christmas but come with fabulous Christmas content, I cannot go without mentioning the co-op game of 2013, Payday 2. Don't be discouraged by the game's age, as it's still well alive, and just a few days ago it got a Christmas update. Over 8 years we got tons of new levels, missions, and the story continues. And what a story it is! A band of people that making a living by robbing banks get stuck in a power struggle way above their league. And right now, there's even an event with bonus experience for Christmas missions. When it comes to Christmas outfits, there is no other game like Hitman. Respectively, the rebooted trilogy that started in 2016. It's one of the best immersive killing simulators. It's also a clever, elegant, and gorgeous game that respects the player. You get so many possible Christmas-themed disguises, weapons, and missions. And there's no other game that will give you the opportunity to put an axe into someone's head dressed as Santa. It's always a good idea to have a wide spectrum of games on your Christmas list. So here's Bayonetta 2 that begins during Christmas with some Christmas shopping. And that's pretty much the extent of how it's related to Christmas. Well, maybe killing angels is a connection, but the Japanese know Christian mythology about as well as they know how to make realistic female bodies. But if you're a fan, you know what you'll be getting. It's been about 15 years since a Flash game appeared on the internet where you play as a microbe trying to infect as many people as possible only to mutate and kill everyone. Then in 2012, Endemic Creation turned this into a game for your phones. Since then, the game has grown immensely, and since the COVID-19 pandemic hit, it is extremely popular. But why am I mentioning it here? Well, there are plenty of special campaigns available, including a Christmas virus, while you'll be spreading good cheer to everyone. Fa la 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 la. Just like Christmas, the Dead Rising series is here to make you feel good. Well, yeah, it's the zombie apocalypse. But you are mostly concerned about putting saws in your motorbike, and everything just seems to play into your cards. Since the first Dead Rising, there were a few absurd updates, so in the fourth you'll get to slice zombies with a lightsaber, punch them with your power armor, or breathe fire through a dinosaur mask. And then there's Christmas lights and carols all around you. All in all, a merry bloody Christmas. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you like the content, and if you do, please consider giving it a like here on YouTube, perhaps even subscribe to the channel, and be sure to share with your friends. And yeah, comment if you have anything you would like to add. See you guys later with more gaming content.